country has been laid to bear. If we are talking about forming a transitional government outside the legitimately elected government by the people of Kenya, it lends credence and evidence why some individuals are hell-bent in making Kenya look ungovernable. That explains this violence. We've never seen anywhere in any civilization where demonstration turn into very violent activities, destruction, killings, and that is what is compelling the police to act in the manner in which they are acting. Now it is clear, you want to throw out government and form a transitional government. You will form it in your graves. That is not going to work.
Kibaki must
that
go,
is not going to work.
And he was not shot. Ruto shouted Kibaki must go, and
it
no one
is now
shot
clear
him.
what they want. And I think the president has been very tolerant to these types of nonsense. And what the message that the president has given to assert authority of the state and the powers vested in him under Article 131 shall not be negotiable. And the president should not negotiate about security of the country in whichever way. In whichever way. And the political intentions where violence is, it has never happened that even a hospital is invaded by thugs, beating up everybody and patients. It is the first time to happen. And you as media, you must appreciate the gravity of these issues unless you are part of it yourself. It is not what you want the country to do.
There's a way forward that has been suggested.
Unconstitutional order. I'm not blaming, but I'm challenging. You must spotlight what is wrong.
I was asking the question about...
They want a transitional government.
That is his...
How are you going to get it?
That is his solution to the problem.
No.
The solution to the problem, according to Raila Odinga, is a national conversation. There's something he calls a conclave, intergenerational conclave. But listening to the president, it would appear that the two leaders probably are not in agreement on that.
There are two things.
Between fueling further the crisis and what the
statement by Raila and the statement by the president is very clear. There's one common denominator: preserving the state, preserving constitutional order, and taking the country through a pathway of prosperity and transformation. What the president is talking about is actually asserting the authority of the state to ensure that there is order. And what Raila is talking about is dialogue. Nobody has dismissed it. This is a dialogue country, and people engage in dialogue every now and again. But I think before we even get to meaningful, constructive dialogue against the background of what is happening, there must be order. And I don't think the president is going to entertain and quote deliberate individuals who are promoting domestic terrorism activity. Imagine people losing businesses. No, you talk as an economist, but you are not talking about how businesses are being devastated by this action. Okay. It's a very serious crime. It's a serious one.
No, friend, families, this is a misnomer.
People who have worked hard
give me chance,
for years.
But this is misnomer.
People who have worked hard for years to create businesses are destroyed just in a day by individuals who are looking for power. And I think the president is not going to negotiate with such terrorists.
Interjecting is allowed.
And very briefly before we go to Dr. Mbai.
Yeah, you know, I'm an economist, and tell me the poorest country in the world, and I will tell you where there's more insecurity.
And you are a very dangerous economist.
And this is true. Somalia, in terms of GDP, it's clear. Okay. So, Fred, no, just allow me to explain.
Because you're just to interject briefly.
Sossion is thinking that security, just wait, no, security should be first before economy. That's why Mbadi increased budget on security to say that with security we shall enjoy economy. But when there's no economy, then there's lawlessness, isn't it? Okay. And we have more of a black economy, and black economy generates insecurity.
Okay. Yesterday, Dr. Mbai, your party leader, was very clear and said no one wants to kick out Ruto now. It is there on the front pages today. He said no one is interested in removing President Ruto from power. But listening to the prof here, there could be other ideas. He talks about transitional government. Do you share? Do you share those ideas?
Let me say this, and so that we are very clear, we are here to educate Kenyans and discuss. I want to say the following: one, we are not party to any dialogue. we respect the Honorable Raila Odinga very